Hi, everybody. So, the pandemic has obviously left a lot of us as individuals, as professionals, as companies grappling with the whole idea of remote working and work from office and work from home. I'm sure by now all of us are familiar with constructs such as 322, 60/40, 75/25, or in the case of some technology companies and some others who also pretty much provided as a policy the idea of employees working from home forever. So whilst there've been some of these reactions, it was interesting for me to see a story today from HSBC, one of the biggest and largest, most prominent banks in the world, talking about how their entire executive suite, including their CEO, had been forced to vacate the last 2 to 3 floors and had gone down, and were resorting to open desking, to continue their work. And the executive suite was left open for client visits, conferences, and collaborative experiences within the company. I just thought it was a very different way that it was communicated, put a sort of a human touch on what people are experiencing, and also the idea of the utilization of the space. I mean, we're all familiar with the fact that the top brass of companies typically have a lot of real estate, which is not efficiently utilized when you come to think about it, and that's typically what a lot of employees within companies quietly tend to think about, but just don't voice out. So just again, a very refreshing change of pace, but it also kind of left me thinking about what are the impacts of work from home. How do companies need to think through what are their risks? Is it feasible to actually do this in the longer run? Is it preferable? What does it mean? Obviously, we're all familiar with the fact that costs become much cheaper in terms of operating in certain ways. Coordination, logistics, and transportation of employees naturally turns out to become a lot more expensive as a result of that. Maintaining a hybrid model is always going to be a bit of a challenge. In fact, more expensive in some cases, as people have seen. But I think at a broader level, it's that the change is going to happen is very real. Signs of it are already emerging as I talk on my post below. We're going to see a lot more adoption of co-working spaces, flexible real estate models. Real estate is shrinking quite a bit, and some of the factors that are driving it are, on the one hand, just the opportunity to become more digital, become more agile. Obviously, like I referred to, operate a little less expensively. But on the flip side, there are aspects to think through. So, where does your data reside? Who has access to it? Who could have potentially access to it? What does it mean if there's a breach? What are the mitigating factors if there's a breach? Are there a lot of these obviously also hinge on the countries and the regions in which these companies are operating. So it's just a very complicated topic, as all of you can appreciate. And that's why I kind of chose to focus on this particular topic. I hope you enjoy reading the post. And of course, if you'd like to reach me, I'm at karthik@likeminded.in. That's KARTIK at LYKMINDED.IN. So that's it from me today. You have a great day. Bye.